Yep.
Yep.
You are live?
Lauren, you are live.
Hi there, welcome to the second live dive of today. It's Scottish Lauren as your underwater biologist. We have Hungarian Emil, who wants to give a quick shout out to his 3 children, Esther, Emil and Panny. He misses you very much. And we have the beautiful Australian biologist, Simone, on the surface. So today is not any ordinary day, it is World Ocean Day. So this is my World Ocean Day dance. Just gonna do the wave, and we're here to celebrate it. So there is a famous quote by Miss Sylvia Earle who said, "Without any blue, there wouldn't be any green." The ocean is so important in everything we do, whether we realize it or not. The land and the ocean are completely connected. So this dive is dedicated to that today. We have Safari Live, we do the live stuff on land, and now we have Dive Live. We bring the ocean directly to you. So right now I'm sitting at 13 meters, just in the area of Devil's Grotto near Don Foster's Dive Centre. And Emil, oh, look at that, right above me, the School of Horse-Eye Jacks.
Oh wow, that looks magnificent.
Oh wow, we've got horse-eye jacks, which are the main silver fish with the yellow tail. We have some random chubs in there, which are the grey ones, and they look a little bit chubby. And we do have black durgans, which are part of the triggerfish family, schooling right above my head. Oh wow.
And now guys, I am Simone and I am on the surface, so please feel free to send in your questions. You can hashtag diveLIVE on Twitter, write on the YouTube chat, diveLIVE, or follow our Facebook page, diveLIVE, and write on the Facebook chat as well.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave this dive and go join this school. It looks way more fun. But please do send in your questions with the hashtag diveLIVE, and do not hesitate to tell us exactly what you want to see today. We might not be able to find it, but we will do our best. So the plan is to swim around with these guys, and we are at the deepest point of the dive. For the rest of the dive, we will make our way a little bit shallower. Now, oh, there's some tarpons ahead. There's just too many fish here.
Well, Ashley Adams was wondering what fish preys on the horse-eye jacks.
Well, the horse-eye jacks are pretty high up the food chain anyway. They're pretty predatory, so they're the ones that do most of the predation. So what would prey on them would have to be much, much bigger fish. Most likely sharks. Do you know exactly what preys on them, Simone?
Yeah, it would just be larger sharks. Yeah, they are pretty top of the food chain, these
so
fish.
maybe large tunas and sharks would be the ones hunting these guys. So I'm on the hunt for a moray eel today. I tried yesterday and I didn't find, but I'm going to keep on trying. I'd love to see some schooling tangs today for you guys, and some angelfish. So tell me exactly what you would like to see, and we are going to head this way, a little bit shallower.
Sounds like a good plan, and seeing those horse-eye jacks schooling is amazing. I mean, Lauren, how many fish do you think were in that school?
Ooh, definitely around the 50 mark. They're just schooling around. I think they're circling the area, and it is actually quite common for us to find the horse-eye jacks here. They have great big eyes, which is where the name comes from, and a really forked yellow tail. They're always schooling, and we do speak about schools a lot, but when fish school together, it's not an unorganized mess. There is actually one fish who controls the whole school, and that is normally the fish right in the middle. So they use their lateral line, which is just a line that runs down the side of their body from the head to their tail, which is filled with little pores that detect changes in the pressure of the water. And the middle fish is the one who directs the whole school where to go, which direction to take, and what is happening. So it's a lot more organized than we think.
Yeah, people thought they would, telepathically communicating with each other, but it is this kind of sensory organ that they have on their body. Now, James would like to see some butterfly fish.
Oh, that's a good one. I would like to see some butterflies as well.
And Ryan would love to see some crabs.
Oh, crabs. I will do my very best. There is just fish everywhere right now, so it might be a bit of a fishy dive, but always expect the unexpected. Can you just see all these Creole wrasse up ahead?
Yeah, so they're all swimming in kind of one direction, those long purple fish. Those Creole wrasse look beautiful.
Yep, there's literally hundreds of them in amongst the chubs and the black durgans. It's such a beautiful part of the reef. We're just off to the right of the Devil's Grotto, and it's just teeming with life here.
Yeah, and are they all feeding? Does it look like they're feeding?
It does look like they're feeding. Their mouths seem to be plucking out bits of plankton from the water column. So the water is teeming with plankton right now as well. Oh, we do have a boxfish. Oh, no, it's a cowfish. Just up here is swimming away from us, but let's see if the meal can get it. It's a pretty big one.
Wow, yeah, it looks like a honeycomb.
Honeycomb cowfish, that's the one.
Delicious. We're getting a beautiful view of this cowfish.
And it does have two spines above the eye to sort of resemble the cow horns, one above each eye. And this is just a sort of deterrent to make sure the predators don't think it's a good meal.
Yeah, it looks pretty bony. I mean, it's a kind of trade-off, I guess, being this weird box shape. You lose a bit of agility, but nothing would want to taste you. You don't look very appetizing.
Yeah, I've actually found a dead boxfish, unfortunately, and the skeleton is so intricate. It's like a jigsaw that you can actually piece together, and it does literally form a box shape, which is exactly where this family get their name from.
Yeah, and you can see its puckered lips. It looks like it's blowing you a kiss, Lauren.
I think the meal's doing a great job of following this guy, because normally they're quite shy.
Wow, yeah, we saw him picking something off the reef. So he's definitely having a bit of some food. And Ashley was wondering, is there a high time of feeding? Well, as you can see, they eat any time, right?
Oh, stingray, sorry.
Oh, that's
Emil,
okay.
stingray. Emil. Oh, here we have a juvenile southern stingray that is feeding. And guess who's right beside it? The barjack and the mudden snapper, I think.
Oh, we haven't got a shot yet. Oh, wow, awesome, very close.
Yep, so we're going to just slowly approach the sand. We don't want to scare him. He is feeding.
Wow.
Seems to be off. I hope you get a good view of that.
Yeah, so that's the southern stingray with a barjack swimming close behind and the mutton snapper on the left.
Yeah, but as a juvenile, I think it's quite smaller compared to what southern stingrays can actually reach to. And this barjack is just right on his tail. I think he is swimming off.
So that barjack is actually using the stingray to kick up some sand, and the barjack will be eating anything that the stingray misses. So he's being a lazy.
The stingray obviously feed off the bottom, and they actually have something called a spiracle behind their eye, which looks like a big gaping hole. But it's just a second way of breathing. So when they're feeding, their mouth is obviously on the bottom, on the sand, which means they can't bring in air to get it to their gills, to get the oxygen. So when they're feeding, they can actually draw in water from these secondary holes. So they have two different ways of breathing, if you like. And I think we have some hogfish up ahead.
Yeah, there are two of them prior. That's a hogfish. So he's also looking for food in the sand. There we go.
These guys are quite big. I think they're the terminal phase males. And I would say this one's about 1 meter, which is about 3 foot.
Wow, that's huge for a hogfish.
Yeah.
And they seem very relaxed around divers. I don't think hogfish have many predators.
No, they don't, and we can tell it is a terminal male actually because of that black spot right at the back towards the end of the body. That's another feature that it is an end phase male. So hogfish are part of the wrasse family, a family that we talk about a lot, but they are most closely related to the parrotfish. And they get this crazy name, hogfish, because of this piggy-like snout. You can see that they're always rummaging about the sand to see what they can find.
Yeah, we saw one actually put some sand in its mouth, and it filters the sand out of its kind of gill slits as well. So it just pushes the sand over and excretes it and keeps any of the small little animals that are inside the sand, and that's what it's eating. So it doesn't actually eat the sand, it just sifts through it. And there we'll see him do it again. So watch at his gills, you see that sand coming out.
Oh, there's just so much happening down here. We're still at 13 meters. My plan to go shallow didn't happen when we saw that stingray.
You're being dragged back to the abyss. So you can see that black dot on the back of the fin. That's what Lauren was talking about before.
It's actually a really beautiful fish, and they have lots of different names across the world, and a lot of them translate to feathered maiden. So that's their name, which you can see they get called the feathered part from these sort of spines they have on top of their head. An incredibly beautiful looking fish.
Yeah, and when he's opening his mouth, you can see how wide he is able to open their mouth, so they can really push a lot of sand through. And they can even grab a slightly larger crab or something and eat it up. That's awesome images.
Yeah, so just behind me, Neil has seen something exciting. I'm not sure what it is. So just here, I'm going to swim over to it. You can see that there's a big mound. Now to those watching, this might look like nothing, but it's actually something incredibly amazing. So follow me over, and I'll explain what it is. It just looks like a big mass of rubble, but it's actually a very delicately balanced and placed tilefish nest. So a very small fish by this size, has actually made this by themselves, piece by piece. So let's go and take a look. Oh, there's the fish itself. Oh. This is a tilefish. So that's tilefish with the T.
So you can see the tilefish in the center, the long white fish is a tilefish.
Yeah, but they build these nests, and seriously, this nest is huge. It's about as long as me, and I'm 5'2".
Still kind of short.
And it's just been so intricately made. Little piece of coral rubble by coral rubble has been placed on top of one another to make this nest.
Yeah, and he can bring it from the surrounding sands and reef, but also steal it from a fellow tilefish. So they're a bit sneaky.
Yeah, you can see the tilefish is not really sure what we're doing here and why we're looking at this nest. And this is actually quite a small tilefish compared to the other one. And the nest that it's made is just huge.
Wow, we can see how many fish are using this little nest as a home. So CNAC was wondering what number of fish could live in a coral reef. It's impossible to say, but look at this tiny mound. How many fish are just there?
Was that how many fish live in coral reefs?
Yeah.
Well, actually, they estimate that between 500 to 700 different reef fish are here in the Caribbean. So it is a bit poorer in diversity compared to the Indo-Pacific. But here they estimate it's somewhere between 500 and 700. But the global number of fish species for the whole world is almost reaching 32,000.
Wow. There's so much diversity in just fish, you know. I think
I was just having a little look for that stingray, but I think he has gone off. But at least you got a glimpse of him.
Yeah, definitely, and it's really cool to see that relationship between that barjack and stingray, and how lazy barjack can be.
Yeah, no, So I don't honestly believe that I have seen a stingray here without a barjack following him yet.
Now, Child of the Universe was wondering, how does that small white fish, the tile fish, transport all of those tiles or those pieces of coral?
Does it by its mouth, so piece by piece it transports little bits of coral rubble that it finds, using its mouth from one area to another. So that one must have taken a really long time. And here, I've just spotted a big giant anemone.
Oh. Oh, wow.
It's quite a big one actually. So anemones are part of the family that jellyfish and coral polyps actually belong to.
Wow.
And they're just incredibly beautiful. They're named after the terrestrial plant, the anemone flower. That's where the name comes from. It's not the most easy word to say, anemone. It's a bit of a tongue twister. But each little tentacle here that you can see is filled with nematocysts. And all that means is stinging cells. So they have harpoon-like stinging cells that when brushed against, will inject venom into whatever passes by them. And there's actually 1,000 different species of anemones in the world.
Yeah, it's huge. And this one is the giant anemone. So BR was wondering, how big is the anemone?
The anemone itself I can't see, so how a sort of anemone is designed is it will have a foot like a pedal that actually sticks onto the substrate. It will have a cylindrical body and then it will have all the tentacles on the top. So the cylindrical body is actually stuck in amongst the rocks, so we can't see that, but I would estimate it's about the size of a dinner plate. Like the size of my head. It's beautiful.
It is gorgeous, and it's all yellow, but those tips can actually come in multiple different colors of the same species. So it can come in purples and greens as well.
Yeah, but those sort of bulbous tips are actually filled with gas, which makes them float, and these tentacles are incredibly nutritious. So lots of fish are tempted to eat them, but they soon realise it's not a good idea when they get stung by the awful venom that's inside each tentacle.
Yeah, I would not want to be stung by any of these guys. It takes a long time for fish to get used to it, such as anemone fish. You know, they have to get build up a tolerance, as well as crabs and shrimp have to do that too.
Yeah. So we're going to move on. We're still on the search for my moray eel. And we do want to come just a little bit shallower, so we're just going to head this way and just slowly come up a little bit. So much down here right now. But please do send in your questions, especially about anything that we've seen and passed by already. We're more than happy to answer them for you.
Yeah, definitely. And James is actually saying, because it is Ocean Conservation, World Oceans Day, we should maybe go through some of the corals that might be endangered on the reef as well. So if you see any, maybe acropora.
Sure, of course. Coral is, I guess, what makes up this whole structure that we're swimming along this now. Coral is fundamental to all the life that we have here. So absolutely, if we see any beautiful coral species, we can definitely take them out.
Lovely.
I do see some tarpon up ahead.
Oh.
I wonder if we can make it over there. What do you think, Emil? Shall we go have a look at the tarpons? Okay, so tarpons are quite common fish here. They're very, very large fish, and they come from a really ancient lineage of fish. So even looking at them, we can see that they're a bit prehistoric looking. And they're just immensely large. Normally the ones here are well over a meter, well over 3 foot. And you can see one will come into your field of view soon.
Yeah, we see it just now.
This one is just hanging out in the water column, looking incredibly grumpy because of that upturned mouth, which is used for feeding.
Yeah.
Now this fish is a really close relative of eels. You wouldn't think so, but it's very closely related to the eels. And the juvenile tarpon are very, very eel-like. You could actually pass off little ribbon eels. Wow, this one is just massive.
Yeah, and their genus name is actually Megalops. Oh gosh. Yeah, we can all see that. That's terrible.
I'm not sure if you can see this, but this fish seems to have fishing line attached to it.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how it's attached. I can't see a fishing hook.
I think the hook is going probably near its gills. A lot of fish get caught on its gills. Yeah, that's the tragedy of fishing and reckless fishermen just leaving their lines and hooks laying about, guys. So that's the reality of it, and you've got to see it here right now, World Ocean Day. We've got to understand our effects.
Next dive, Simone, we can bring down a pair of scissors and try and see if we can trim it a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
So we do have other tarpons here. These ones are a little bit smaller. And tarpon are just amazing fish because fish have gills. And this is what separates them from us. We have lungs. But these fish that you see in front of you right now, tarpons, are part of the megalops family. And they can actually breathe air. They can go to the surface and take big gulps of air like no other fish really can. And this is such an amazing strategy. They can actually survive in areas where the oxygen content is really, really low, such as maybe mangroves or sort of areas where there's lots of dead vegetation, and they can take advantage of that, thrive in that area, and snap up all the fish in that area who are struggling to cope with the low oxygen. This also means that their predators, which would be predominantly sharks, are not able to reach them in waters with low oxygen concentrations. So basically, these guys are amazing.
Yeah, and they are quite large as well. I would say they're one of the largest fish on the reef that we get here.
Yeah, I think we take them for granted a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
We're just so used to seeing them, but they are just extra special, and they're one of the few fish that demonstrate daisy chaining. And we all know what a little daisy chain is. And what this means is that this group of fish can actually swim around in circles continuously for hours, head to tail, head to tail, head to tail. And really nobody knows exactly why they do this. They thought it was for spawning reasons, but they're proven against that. So why these fish daisy chain, we still don't know.
And we have a question from Lara. She's wondering if commercial plastic fishing line is bad, what other things can we use? What did we used to use? So, I mean, there is a lot of spearfishing is a really sustainable way of fishing.
They are looking into biodegradable hooks as well. They're trying to change the hook. So at least if a fish does get hooked and it ends up back in the water, the hook will obviously degrade and disappear.
Yeah, and Sheila is wondering, why are the fish slower than all the other fish on the reef? So why are these tarpons so slow?
Well, they actually don't. They can move incredibly fast. But right now, they're not really hunting. So they do tend to hunt through the night or early mornings. So right now, they're almost just resting, really.
Yeah, they're in this cave, and they come to this cave because not many predators or large sharks can come in there. So they're very, very safe, as sharks are their only predators.
And this is a really famous dive spot, so they are probably accustomed to random divers like me. Maybe not talking about them, but definitely being around. So we're not a threat to them, so they're very relaxed and they're just hanging out here.
And Micah Munch was wondering, do they migrate?
Oh, I think you know this one, Simone.
Yes, they certainly do migrate. It can be seasonal. It can also just be quite sporadic. Some choose to migrate over 1,200 miles. Others staying in one place for the whole year. So we don't really know why they are doing it. Obviously, there's loads of fish here for them. So it could be a food thing, but some choose to and some choose not.
Yeah, they're such an iconic species here in Grand Cayman. I remember that I travelled miles and miles to see them in Mexico, and they were quite elusive. But here in Grand Cayman, they're very easy to swim with, and they're just such a lovely fish.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
They let us get very close, which is so special for a wild animal.
I think this one likes me.
I would like you too if I was a fish down there.
Thank you.
Now Patty wants to check that your air is all good.
Oh, that is a great question. So I am now just a little over 100 bar. So we did start deeper today. So I would have used more oxygen. And we actually still are at 9 meters. So I have about 50 bar left with you and the tarpons.
Ah, awesome. Now we have a question. Take Care was wondering, he knows that fish have gills, but does that mean that they have lungs too? Oh.
That's a really good question. I did meant to actually explain that. No, they don't have lungs. They have a swim bladder, which all fish have. There are actually filled with an organ that they have inside of them that's filled with gas, mainly oxygen, which they use to control their buoyancy. Now, if you look at me, let me just check my position. If I breathe in, I go up. If I breathe out, I go down. So I am wearing this BCD, buoyancy control device, to help me stabilize my position in the water. Now, a swim bladder, a gas bladder, is exactly how fish control their buoyancy, similar to a BCD. But tarpons use their swim bladder as a pseudo-respiration organ. So they can actually utilize this organ in order to breathe air. No other fish can do that. How amazing is that?
Yeah, it's amazing, and it's such a great adaptation to be able to hunt in these low oxygen environments that are around these islands.
Neil's just pointing everywhere. There's just so much to see here. Lots of schools of fish and horse-eye jacks.
Yeah, it looks like in the distance there's that school of horse-eye jacks again. They're absolutely glorious.
Let's see if we can go and revisit them. So Devil's Grotto is a really popular dive site, and it is named after a pirate called the Devil, who left his treasure here. So who knows what else you can find down here?
Yeah. And we can see some divers in the background. They're also getting to enjoy these awesome things that we get to see down on the reefs here.
Yeah, there is a few other divers. It is a really popular spot. And we actually have the Horse-Eye Jack School bumping into the tarpons. Amazing fish together.
Now these two are very large fish, but different species, so they're not going to attack each other. They're not in direct competition, so they can live quite harmoniously.
Yeah, as long as fish aren't in competition, like someone mentioned, or aren't each other's predators, then they're not really bothered by one another. So this school of horse-eyes have actually engulfed these tarpons, and the tarpons look not bothered by it at all.
But I hope you guys can notice that the eyes of both of these fish are exceptionally similar because they both have incredible vision. That's what makes them very good predators.
So normally when you look at fish, you can look at just the design of them or their anatomy, and you can actually kind of tell what type of fish they are. Are you getting a good view of this? I feel like I'm in there. I feel like I'm swimming with these fish. I am in there.
We're very jealous. It's fabulous. And because these fish have such amazing eyesight, but both of them actually, but specifically horse-eye jacks, they can actually dive down and hunt at over 150 meters depth. So that's 550 feet or so.
Nice conversion. The conversions are quite hard for us, so I promise you we're working on them.
We definitely practice for sure.
Oh wow, I could stay down here with these guys forever. Now the horse-eyed jacks are part of the jack family, which is also known as the trevally family, and it's quite a common family throughout the world of these big predators. They do have this forked tail and quite streamlined thin body, which demonstrates that they are made for speed. So if these guys wanted to, they really could just go up right ahead of me and I'd never be able to catch up.
Yeah, they are so speedy. And we can see there's a line at the base of their body from the middle of their body to the tail. So that's actually got some very, very sharp scales.
I am at the back of this scale here. They're kind of leaving me behind a bit, but I do feel like I'm one of them.
Wow, glorious. And we can just see their whole body shape there, how they are so streamlined.
And these guys will also need to maintain themselves and get cleaned as well. So jacks often visit cleaning stations and are regularly cleaned by the likes of the juvenile angelfish.
Well, Miss Jacob's classroom is wondering what a cleaning station is.
Oh, perfect. I just mentioned that. Well, a cleaning station is normally just an area of reef. I'm going to try and find you one. Oh, there's a gathering of filefish and angelfish. We're going to go up there while I describe what cleaning station is. So it's just an area of reef where the small little reef fish, normally juveniles, have taken on the job or the role, if you like, as cleaners. So they will wait in a specific area and advertise themselves to clients as, hey, I'm ready to clean you. And the bigger fish, even turtles, even manta rays, will come along to be cleaned. Now these juvenile fish choose to be cleaners. It might be hard work. They get a perfect free meal. They will pluck off all the ectoparasites and all the algae and detritus off the bigger fish. So when they get a free meal and food, they get complete protection. Nothing will eat them. So these stations are situated all over the reef. And right in front of us now we have a green angelfish and a white spotted filefish.
Wow, they were definitely giving that poor sponge a bit of a run for its money, eating it. The filefisher is the fish that's swimming with its top and bottom fins. Now there are two in front of us.
Yeah, there's two white spotted filefish. And you might not be able to see the white spots, but they are able to turn them on and off. We're swimming ahead now. Oh, we've got French angelfish as well. Okay, there's too many fish to talk about.
Wow, oh, they don't look like they're very happy at all.
Or with each other. I think they're having a bit of a dispute. Oh.
Wow, that was awesome. You can see how fast these fish are. They look a little bit clumsy and then they just go.
Yeah, so these angelfish are actually a perfect example of when I was talking about cleaner fish, because right now they're adults, they're fully grown, so they're probably around 40 centimeters, but when they are juvenile, they are a completely different colour. They will not look anything like the adult. They're normally pure black with 5 bright yellow bars running down the body, and they start their life off as cleaner fish. So as I mentioned, it's the most perfect technique. Not many fish will eat them because they are doing a service. They're servicing the clients by cleaning them.
And we have a few people conversing about fish eyesight, specifically if they have binocular vision. And when we look at this angelfish, we can see very easily where its eyes are positioned, right near the front of its face. But they can move their eyes independently. So they have exceptionally good binocular vision as well as 180-degree vision. So, yeah.
So all the fish just disappeared there. Oh, we've still got eyes on the French angelfish. Now you can see this one is just so beautifully coloured, and it is very disc-like. It is very flat and round in shape, and it kind of flutters like a butterfly. So it's very easy for it to get in cracks and crevices in the reef, and it's very closely related to the butterfly fish family that I think someone was hoping to see. So we haven't found the butterfly, but hopefully you're happy with an angelfish.
No, these are absolutely spectacular. And if you guys do hear a helicopter, that is from the surface. Our mics are picking that up. We cannot hear helicopters underwater.
It's very bizarre hearing a helicopter while you're underwater.
I can imagine. And we can see there chomping up some algae.
So if you're ever unsure of the difference between butterfly fish and angelfish, there is a few key things you can look for. And one is the size. Angelfish are much bigger than butterfly fish. Butterfly fish normally only ever go maximum to about 25 centimeters. Angelfish go much bigger than this, and this particular one that you're looking at is the French angelfish. You can actually go to around 61 centimeters.
Wow.
Which is pretty big. This one is not that big yet though. And second of all, you can look at the colours. So angelfish are much brightly coloured. Butterflies tend to stick to the whites, blacks, yellows with a splash of orange, whereas angelfish will have a lot more variety of bright colours. And if that's not enough, look at their mouths. Angelfish will have much bigger mouths because they're omnivores. They eat a lot of variety of food, but they love especially sponges. So 90% of their diet will be sponges. So their mouth is bigger so that they can just take big chunks out of the sponges. Whereas the butterfly mouth will be really, really small, maybe only a millimeter across, because they pluck out coral. They are corallivores. So there are some differences for you to look at. And if you do have an eagle eye, which Emil definitely does, angelfish do have a bright yellow spine just located near their pectoral fins and their gill cover, which butterflies do not have. So for anyone who was wondering, that's how you tell the difference between butterflies and angelfish.
Yeah, and we can really see what Lauren was talking about when we look at the mouth of this animal. We can almost see right into it. And we can, from the previous sponge we saw, they take a lot of damage. These animals are very good at taking large chomping bites.
Yeah, they especially love the vase sponge. So sometimes you will see vase sponges with big V-shaped bites. And that's the French angelfish.
So they've clearly changed the flight path today, and a lot of them are above head. So you guys are some of the first people to ever hear a aeroplane underwater. I hope it's a strange experience for you.
It is bizarre. I did go a bit quiet there because I was just listening to it. It's a very strange sensation. But earlier, Simone, you did mention pointing out coral.
Yeah.
So I just want to point something out. It's really interesting. This is all live coral cover. I'm going to make sure I don't touch it. And I'm just going to point this out to Emil. Can you see this pure white bit of coral?
Yeah, that's we can definitely see in the center there's just a big
So this is actually all live coral, even the white one. But for some reason, part of it has bleached. So in amongst this huge healthy bombing, part of the colony there has actually gone pure white, which we call coral bleaching. So something has happened which has made this little small part of coral become really stressed and turn itself white. I wonder what's happened.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, it could be anything from an organism attacking it to heat stress, but only at that certain part. Yeah.
So coral is really the fundamental component of this entire reef. And coral is an animal. It's in the same family as that anemone we showed you, but it's a tiny, tiny animal, almost microscopic. And the individual animal is called a polyp. So these polyps all come together and form a colony. And colonies are what you see when I'm pointing out the bits of coral to you. So we do talk about coral a lot, but it's incredibly important, and it is what makes up these reefs here. Now, before we round up, it's worth mentioning that coral has a symbiotic relationship with algae. Together, they're both completely dependent on each other and can't really survive without one another. So that small little patch of coral that I just showed you was pure white. That's because something has really stressed out that coral and it's expelled all the algae. So we'll never know exactly what it was, but that is why it's pure white, because it doesn't have algae anymore. And Emil is showing you a beautiful star coral, and you can quite easily see the single individual polyps. Each little circle is one individual animal.
Yeah, we're getting amazing views of this coral, and we can see the little blennies popping around on it as well. And you can see it's so colorful. So imagine when people talk about coral bleaching, how profound that is. That white patch that we saw before, it was almost blindingly white. I think I'd much rather have the beautiful browns, oranges, and everything down here.
Yeah, so it's worth mentioning that because today is World Ocean Day, and I've got 60 bars, so just before we finish, just up here, I've spotted 2 butterfly fish. Someone was requesting them, so there they are. We have a pair of 4-eyed butterfly fish.
Look, and we can see their tiny mouths compared to those angelfish we were seeing before.
Yeah, they're very, very, very small, and they're most likely a monogamous pair. Butterfly fish are very, very common for being monogamous with one another once they find that boyfriend or girlfriend. And they feed together and they mate together. And you can see that they have a black line going right down their eye. Now, this is very common in the family of butterfly fish. And it's a perfect technique to try and disguise their eyes to confuse predators. They also have this black dot at the back of the body, and we call that false eye. So what they're trying to do is disguise where their head is and where their tail is for the predators. So when they're swimming very fast, the predator won't know which side is the head and which side is the tail.
Yeah, and we've even seen them swim backwards when they know a predator's around, so you can imagine how confusing that would be.
So I must end the dive now before I run out of air. We'll do our safety stop. But I just wanted to say thank you for joining me today. It's been an incredible dive. It's been quite a fishy one. I think we spoke mostly about fish. And I hope you enjoy your World Ocean Day. So we will see you tomorrow, nice and early at 7 a.m. So please join us again. And for now, goodbye.